Okay guys, I've been noticing a lot on various fan club pages or group pages for voice actors that a lot of attendees are asking for two guests themselves to come to cons, and I'm seeing a lot of the guests are saying, look, you have to ask us to come, and that's true from my personal experience. I know that if you as an attendee and a fan want a certain guest to come, you have to ask on the con's webpage or forums to have that guest come. Then if there's enough votes or chatter or we love this person, the con will get in touch with the voice actor or their agent or however they do con bookings, and they'll get in touch with that person and negotiate a way of getting the guests there, to pay them, to fly them, to give them food, all those types of things. So a lot of the time when you're like, oh, this stinks that this con didn't invite this person, I'm really upset, it's just because maybe there was an issue between the two parties, or maybe the con doesn't have enough money for whatever reason, especially getting Japanese guests. That's really difficult, getting Japanese guests here to the States, especially if they're a band or a performer or something of that nature. It's a lot harder than it is to get American bands and American voice actors, because they're already right here in the States and there's not as much legal stuff they have to go through, nor like visas and passports and all those types of things. So it's a lot easier to just do American side of things. But I know that a lot of you fans love to see Japanese people and voice actors and singers and writers and directors and those types of things, and I appreciate them too. I would love to meet more. I've met a few and I've loved every minute of it. But you have to understand, it's really, really hard to get those types of people over here, and on top of that, sometimes the contractual money to get them over is quite substantial, so some cons just don't, as their starting cons, don't have enough in the budget to do it. The other thing is, I see a lot of fans want AnimeOnLocation.tv to come to various cons. I personally do not make that decision. That is run by the executive board of AnimeOnLocation.tv, which you can see our self-interviews with the two executive members, Sarah and John Lantine. They're both, we both have videos up from Colossal Con 2011, which we share how we got started in the business, and that's so on and so forth. If anybody wants to be part of the same style I am, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm very, very lucky that I've gotten into the anime world how I have. It's sheer coincidence, sheer luck. And most voice actors will even tell you that. It is sheer luck, and you just really have to be passionate about what you do, which I know a lot of you are, but this is just how things are. It's basically luck, who do you know, and so on and so forth. My suggestion is, if you know how to do journalism, you know how to do photography or videography, start there. Think about what can you do. You can use WordPress, you can use Blogspot, you can use LiveJournal, you can use other mass media writing outlets, and use those for your starting basis and then work your way up. Those are my tips for you. Other than that, I really don't have much to say, other than I should be at MatsuricOn 2011, which will be held at Columbus, Ohio, at the Hyatt Regency, August 19th through the 21st, and I will be doing around roughly, if all things are good and we can get every single guest, 25 to 26 interviews that are going to be happening. I have almost all of them all written, and I look forward to meeting every single guest. If you are a guest, I hope looking forward to you and interviewing you. I have a lot of intriguing questions for all of you. If there's anything else that you guys want to talk about, want to know about, just drop me a line. Go to www.animeonlocation.tv and look up our video tab and look through all our wonderful videos. We now have over, and I'm grateful to say, over 100 videos. We actually have 103 currently posted, but we still have a lot more locked away in our archives, and we are still waiting for a lot of the voice actors to give an artist and things of that nature to give us approval. That is the one thing you guys have to understand. We always make sure that guests feel comfortable when they're doing our interviews, and we always make sure that they approve the videos before they ever hit the internet. We want to make sure that the guests know what they're seeing, know the editing process, and know what's there for fans to see. Sometimes we film a lot of stuff, and sometimes the guests just don't want that to be seen to the public, which is understandable. and we appreciate the voice actors for when they do the interviews and what they've answered and what questions that are available. If you guys have any other questions, please contact www.animeonlocation.tv. There is a list of our history, our bios, our videos, photos, and other things, our convention lists on what conventions we go to. We have a very select amount of conventions we go to, because personally we all have our own private lives and our own private ventures, and we have to schedule around our private lives before we can start scheduling for cons. I hope this has been informative, and I hope that you can all join me when I go to the convention. I hope you all have a happy and safe remainder of August for those of you that are in school. I hope that you have a grand time in college, and if you are part of my former club, I hope that you all enjoy this coming semester. You will be celebrating 19 years as a club on campus, and I am proud to say that I was one of the presidents, and proud to say that I know majority of the remaining members, and that I hope that you can carry the banner with pride and dignity as I had. This is Cameron saying good luck and Godspeed.